Hello and welcome to episode 17 of our East Coast Mainline map. And we're going to start this episode where we left off in the previous episode. That's on board our class A7. I believe that's right. Could have got that completely wrong. Class 7. We'll call it Class 7. And it's on its final journey to Peterborough, where it will become the Evening Star, Class 9F. But we're going to roleplay for a second, and it's not going to be scrapped at the end of this. It will miraculously vanish and turn into the Evening Star. However, what we're going to do with it in our roleplay form is we're going to transfer this train. Let's just have a better view of coming into Peterborough. We're going to transfer this train over to the East Midlands Mainline, where it will be operating on the Kettering to Corby run, or what will eventually be the St Pancras run. We have some plans for that, which are going to be a little bit strange if you play. Obviously, you do play Transport Fever, but it's not something you would normally do with a route. Trust me. But we're going to try it, and we're going to see how the AI reacts to that as we come into Peterborough Station and transfer off the fast lines. I saw another little bit of a judder there in the track. We'll smooth all those out with time. Yeah, so we'll stay on board this. As we're going to cross over the main lines and into the freight yard, and we'll watch this transform magically into the Class 9F Evening Star. Now, on the subject of the East Coast Mainline and this series, I want to say first off, thank you to all the subscribers. I don't know where you're all coming from, but I really do appreciate it. We've got a great little community building up here. Thanks for all the likes on the videos as well. I mean, I asked for none of that. So I really appreciate you just going ahead and hitting the like button and subscribing. This series, it's going to pause in 1977. There is a reason, and I shall explain that shortly. But the key word here is pause. It's not going away. Once we pause this series, we'll start a new map and we'll recreate another route, or part of a route in the UK to this same sort of detail. And at the start, it'll be much easier to lay fields and stuff. Oh, there's the lovely Evening Star. What an amazing train. As we wait for passenger services, like we should do. They have priority, which is good, means that the layout favours passenger services over freight, which is excellent news. Now, where was I? Yes, pausing the series. The reason we're pausing it in 1977 is it's when the Hertford loop, which we have as a main part of our... love that. Train whistle is the best. Yeah, the Hertford loop is electrified in 1977 with the Class 313 making an appearance. Now, I want to keep this quite realistic, so I'm either going to have to learn Blender at that point and create a model Class 313 and bring it into service, then we can continue. But we're also going to need Class 91s not long after that, and ideally I would like a much nicer looking Intercity 125. The one that we currently have available for Transport Fever is an import from Train Fever, and it needs a bit of TLC, let's just put it that way. The scaling's off and the textures are a bit washed. I mean, thank you to the guy that did that, but in order to appear on my map, I'm afraid I have standards that that must be met. And yes, I know I could do it myself. I will. I may attempt it if the need arises, because we don't have many guys working on British trains, and their workload's pretty full as it is. Yeah, so that's why it's going to pause, because I want to electrify that and bring the 313 into this map, and possibly the Intercity 225 as well. So, first off, let's make a new route. I don't know where we're going next, by the way. We're either going to continue north of here, or something that branches off Midlands way. I don't think we'll go along the south towards Southampton or Brighton, any of that, because there are Slim pretty much deals with that area, so we don't need to go there. We'll probably head north or to the Midlands, obviously. Now, this station here, Kettering, has, well, it's mainly Corby, but it runs an hourly service to London St Pancras, which is what we're going to create. Let's only see what we want to see, and that's the Midland main lines, ran only by. Oh, let's put. Currently, it's Kettering. Well, let's put it as what we intend it to be, which would be St Pancras to Corby. We'll bracket that as I think it's occasionally it's Derby, so, well, and Sheffield for that matter, but that goes off the other way, and we'll have a different train for that. But this one does occasionally go to Derby, and we're going to try and recreate a single service, a single line that that has varying timetables. I'm not sure how the game's going to react to this, but it'll be an interesting experiment regardless, especially with the new beta patch too. We're going to attempt it. This is what we do first. Now, at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day, it does that. Let me finish this off. It does this, pretty much. Kettering to Corby, a couple of times in the morning and a couple of times in the evening. So, in order to recreate that, we're going to do that. But the second time around, it will continue up to Oakham, and this will be the Derby run. And then back to Oakham again. And then to Corby. And then to Kettering. So that's done. Now you see that recreates the two infrequent services. Now, what it will do when we go further, we're going to hopefully lay some track towards Wellingborough today, which is this way. Let's turn this off, which is this way here. We need to come on the east side of it. And then, instead of it ending back at Kettering, it would then do the St Pancras run. Twice. I know, it's going to look terrible on here. But I want to recreate the infrequent services. The Kettering to Corby run in the mornings and the occasional Derby run. And it goes somewhere else as well. But it doesn't really matter. It still goes out that way via that Melton Mowbray portal. Okay. Oh, quick thing before we get going. I don't know what I called this portal. Yet, I pronounced this wrong. I kept saying Botsford. It's not, it's Bottisford. Just so you know. Yeah, I pronounced that wrong. I apologise to the inhabitants of that village and anyone that knows it. Okay, so here we are. We actually want this not to come in at that station. Oh, I haven't hit return, have I? There we go. I think that's what I do. I would like that to commit the change when you click out of it. But I guess that it's okay. By Corby. Not the most descriptive, sorry. Okay, we don't want you on. Okay, yeah, this is where we could make a distinction between the two. Because this is the, okay, so this is the first one would be one that comes in there. Am I right? I think I'm right. Yeah, because that would be up. Yes, and the second time it gets here, it goes... The first time it gets here, it goes straight back. So it goes Corby, and then Kettering. Is that right? So we want it to start when it goes there the first time. Then it's going to come back. We'll get this right. I don't want it to do that though. That makes little sense. So Kettering to Corby via the signal for the first one. And then we're going in here on the way back. So far that's looking okay. Now when it comes back this time, we're missing a signal there, aren't we? Missing a signal right here. That's not the signal we want. Do we want it there? Yes, yes we do. It's fine. We can wait on the bridge. Can't be one way for now. This is not where it's going to go. Once we have a bit more line going that way, this will be one way, because the next time it comes through, we'll be continuing up to St Pancras, or as far as we've got to. Okay, so I'm happy with that. That means that they're two separate. We know if it stops here, it's on this leg of the journey, and if it stops here, it's right at the beginning. All right, we'll see how that goes, and we'll see how the passengers react, because it'll be interesting. Rather than having competing services, that's not how it actually works, and this bit is exactly how that works, unfortunately. All right, and then we stopped at Oakham, and then we come back again. I don't mind it really going here, but we're going to change that after Melton Mowbray. We're going to stick to the main line. I'll have any freight services come through here. I mean, it seems pointless, but we will do it. And we'll probably have another station here and make the freight trains wait for a little bit. All right, so we have that. We need a train on here, don't we then? Let's do that. Let's bring our... what happened in our role-playing scenario is the one we got rid of that freight train was actually transferred here and put in storage ready for this line. And now it's going to be brought into service as a passenger train. So let's find our standard class 7, not A7. Because that's not a train. Oh, it might be a train. I don't know. We're going to leave them original colours. And obviously we've got East Midlands trains. There's blue and there's red in it. But we're going to go with the blue. Or the traditional British Rail colours. I don't know how long the trains are on here. We're going to go with a 3-car consist. There we go. And how many do we need? We're going to have at least 2 running that strange timetable we've got. Any more than that and it'll start to get a bit hectic. So here we go. Do they agree with our selection? Let's get on the lead train, shall we? Be nice to have a little ride through. I'll just be quiet for a second and let us appreciate our unfinished freight yard. I bet this is bumpy. That's not me being quiet, is it at all? Let me have a drink of tea and then I can't talk. Alright, that's enough of me being quiet. Had a drink of tea. Enjoying this so far. I love the sound of the wheels screeching against the track. It's always one thing I've enjoyed about this game. Little touches like that. Alright, this might be a bit bumpy. That's alright. As we head towards the Kettering-Corby branch line. We really got to think what map we'll be doing after this. Although I say that, we're only in like 1954, I believe. So we've got a long, long way to go on this map. But I'm just saying, when we come to the end, I have to draw a line somewhere, but when we come to that line, the Transport Beaver series will not be over. I will just be recreating a new route and leaving them all in limbo until the relevant trains are available. Whether I have to make them or maybe eventually I'll pay someone to do it. But it would be fun to see. And here we are. We're entering the main line. Do we stop at Corby? Yes, we do. As everybody's wandering across and using this shortcut. Hello, everybody. Now, where do we go after this? I wonder which part of the... Oh, we're heading back to Kettering. So this would have been either the early morning or late night service. And then off to Kettering we go. So after our little ride here, we're going to start laying some track down and heading to Wellingborough. Oh, look at the cars on the motorway there. Oh, it's not a motorway, that's just an A road, is it? I'll have a look in a minute. I think it's just an A road that runs parallel. Does look nice. I forgot to look out to see whether the other train was waiting for us. I'm liking this so far. I think we did a good job. There's our double bridges, they look great. And we're going to come down and head towards Kettering. Ooh, that looks a bit... That'll make your stomach turn. How's the track here, other than looking scary? And we slow down as we're approaching the station anyway, which I think works. We don't have any track limiting just yet. I might install that mod. And we arrive at Kettering on this platform, which means we're obviously heading back to Melton Mowbray, Derby, that sort of way. Now for this one, we obviously stay on this side of the track. Which I don't mind at all. It was actually not double tracked for the longest time, so this is how it would have been. Yeah, and then we cross over and actually use the proper line. Go past all the track works that they were. And there's our counterpart. All right, should we stop riding trains? I don't want to. It was enjoyable, but we've got work to do. We're going to have let's have a look at the counterpart. Is he doing the same thing? Yeah, he's going to be doing the same thing. Hopefully he waits there for a bit. We're going to need a bus here, aren't we? Let's prepare this a little better. We'll have this as some sort of roundabout thing going on. Because I want the bus to stop here. And not go into the station. We can join up. I think if we join up around here, it'll be okay. Like that. And then we can connect these. Probably a bit closer. Just make sure this is nothing important. Which it isn't. And then maybe we bring this out. Try and encourage them to build correctly and not put too many roads in. There we go. Now let's have some crazy junction there, shall we? Crossroads there will do. Slash roundabout, whatever it would be in real life. Move all this out. Don't need it on high. Just tidying up the edges of the road. There we go. Oh, I didn't notice that bit. That might need to be on high. Didn't tidy that up at all, did we? Thought I did, but I guess not. Doesn't need to be super smooth. Will they stop? Why? Why have you done that? That's a slip road game. Really wish you could lock these roads in place. Be like, don't touch them. Oh, that's why that did that. Probably won't do this then, because it's going to keep changing it and we're going to keep telling it no. Bad game. Oh, come on. Why are you building out there? Silly. Not where you're going to build. Game's like, I want to build out there. Well, you can't. I know. Bushes. Tidy that back up. Made a real mess of it. Please stop doing that, game. Just don't. Okay. Enough telling the game off, and we'll continue. And this we need to swing right out. I'll show you on Google Maps in a second. Behave. Nope. Now the maximum speed along here is forever 90 miles an hour, so we don't need to worry too much about how quickly we do a corner. Obviously not too crazy, but we don't need it too much. We don't need it like superly straight. Alright, and we're going to head, we need to come east of there, but we're going to try and replicate a few things. We do have a siding here, which is why I'm keeping it straight for now. Which we'll have a look at. I just wanted to get this first bit in. These will join back in, and this will go down to 3 tracks, and I'm not 100% sure how they utilize that. It does cross over here, so I'm guessing this stays going. I would be going that way. Rid of that. Be going that way. Actually, let's keep that, and then you know where I'm pointing at. This will be going this way. 100%, and this will be going this way. So that would be going that way, and this will be coming this way. That way. So this is a bit weird. This would need to be also going that way. Be that one. That makes no sense. That would have to be up, right? And then it would cross over. We'll try and work that out in a minute and see what's best for us. Okay. Right. Have a look at the map, shall we? See where we're going. We've got some fun things to do on this. Let me just join you on this map. Right, so here we are. We're just doing that bit. And then we need to zoom in a little bit. You see this siding here and goes up there. Obviously no longer used, but we're going to put it in. Actually goes up close to the station. All right, so we're going to come down, and this is where it all connects in. We're still 4-track there, so that's just sidings there. That's where it enters, and it's only got one entry point and one exit for that matter. And this is then joins in to, yep, stays 4-track. We've made quite a sharp turn and we're heading this way. There's where it changes into... Okay, so we can choose because it goes down to a single line and then the single line becomes the 3rd track, and this is where it all crosses over to here, suggesting that when it's coming this way, crosses there, crosses again, and then stays this side, which means this track will probably be heading that way. That's heading to London, heading to Kettering. That's what I'm thinking. So Kettering, London, probably slow fast or something along those lines. Maybe the fast line is this one, and that's a slow outside line. This would be slow and fast. This middle line would suggest, looking at it, is the fast line to London. All right, should we go with that? I think so. Right, we need to look at a bit more. So we're going to curve round, go, keep going, keep going. Lots of fields. We might be able to do those. And then I noticed this when I was looking at the map. It is, you guessed it, it's a freight yard. Look at that. Still looks like it's in use. So we're going to have that as a possibly stone that can be transferred somewhere around our map. So we can have a go at that. So that's all this. Some more sidings this side approaching Wellingborough. Number 2 engine shed. Really? Really? And where are the tracks coming out of there? That's weird. Well, we'll recreate that. We'll have that as a depot, I think. Engine shed. Doesn't matter whether it's in service or not. This is 3 platforms. We stay on the 3 lines. And it's a curve station, just gently. And that side. Taxi rank. I know there's taxis available, but we won't bother with those. It's an interesting car park situation going on there. Oh, Midland sandwich bar. Never been there, but sandwich sounds great round about now. Maybe I should have had one before I started recording, I hear you say. You're possibly right. Timber services over here. Okay. Interesting. So we can maybe have that. Treatment services. Maybe we can have that south and have it as a sawmill. Our representation in the game, of course. Should we get on with this then? And get down to the south of, what would that be? Southeast of Welling? No, it's just kind of bang on in the east of Wellingborough. We'll try and recreate that. I should have left the game running, hopefully. All right. So, make sure no problems. So we need to end up about here, I guess, with a curve, which is why we need to come quite sharp out and then back in again. Now, I think there are ow. Yep, just banged my knee on the table. Right, should we put the station in first, do you think? I think that might be a good idea. And we haven't got to, for once, we haven't got to destroy half a town to do it. That is beautiful. We want to be a bit further down. I want to get that servicing. I want to try and get something down here possibly as the sawmill. And actually have the town build around the sawmill. It's a crazy thought. Alright. If I'm pausing it, it usually means one thing, and that's going to be a save in the works. So, okay, we're all saved. And now we're going to continue, safe in the knowledge that we've saved, and recreate this station. It's just a standard curb station. In fact, do we even need that one? We probably just need flexible, to be fair. 3 tracks, if I remember correctly, yes, and that's lovely. High speed, no overhead wires. I don't think there are, anyway. Does it need to be very big? I do not think so. I think we'll stick with 200 though. Do you know what? I want to have a quick look at that. Because they don't operate very big trains. I'm not sure how many trains stop at Wellingborough. I think we're going to go with 200. Yeah. Right, we need that curving round. Main Street connection, yes, there's just one. Kind of north of the End Street connection. Main Street connection. Will it actually do that? Oh, here's another thing I forgot about this. Let's just, where is it before I forget? Let's just have a little street. I keep forgetting to change that. I don't know why it defaults to 30, but yeah. And we need to curve this around at some point. But it is kind of high up the station. It's not bang in the middle. Or, do you know what? I think it is. I think we're going to go, let's not get crazy. Now, we need a curve direction A. It completely curves. So, we'll need them to match. Is it that way? Yep. Is it a little more aggressive than that? I think that's good. And what about this one? I think that's, yeah, that's spot on. We need that. I think that's close enough. Actually, I think that's too aggressive. It's probably just a gentle, yeah, a gentle curve like that. That will be amazing. Let's have this, have it out the way a little bit so we can build some roads. That's it. That's where we're going. We're in. Oh, do you know what? After all that, I kind of do want the other one. I'm terrible, aren't I? When we upgrade it, this is probably where we crash the game. Okay, apparently not. Alright then. So we can do that. I mean, why would we? There's no point in upgrading, is there? Let's try again. This time with this one. I'll tell you why. Something I forgot to do at Kettering was put the And that's all the same. Yeah, I forgot to put the... we don't need... do we need the outer platform? No. I forgot to put the fences in. I'm terrible. The roof length is practically... trying to have a look at the map. It's practically 0, interestingly. I mean, there is a roof, but it's very small, like that. And there would be a building where those roofs are. All right. We need to get rid of that. Need to get rid of all these. I don't know why they default to a bajillion connections, but they do. We're going for the center one, as we did before. And we want none, none, none. I think we're done there. Yep. Well, let's not forget our fences. And there's a lot of green fences in the UK too, so we'll go with green. Since there's no blue, because there are some blue, that's pretty much the fence they use in UK train stations. I like that. And we need to get rid of that outside track. Sorry, not track, platform. Can we do that? Does that need to be bigger? I think that needs to be a little bit bigger. There we go. Yeah. Extra large? Extra large? Maybe? Yeah, extra large. And we're forgetting the curve, aren't we? 200? I think that. No transit tracks. Number of tracks is right. Platform length 200 we decided on. We'll go with that. And a little bit chubbier platforms. I like that. Roof length 25, yes. What am I forgetting? I forgot something, didn't I? Oh yes, the outer platform. I heard you. How do we get rid of that? I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. Outer platform or... Ah, there we go. Is this it? So that would be the... is it the rightmost? It is. Look at that. Oh, and it puts the fence on. I like that. Good choice. So we're going with the ultimate station. And we can't change the road type. Has anybody ever seen that? It'd be nice if we could choose a different road. I don't think you can, from what I remember. Leave a comment below if I am wrong about that, but I haven't seen it. No, I'm pretty sure you can't. All right, let's put you back in. Looking a lot nicer. There we go. Let's connect you up this way. Oh, not with that road. I want you to build some streets. Ooh. Actually, it kind of comes like this with a smaller road. Let's have you straight. No need for that. Kind of does that. And then we can switch to this and into the main street there. I mean, that's going to do some strange things. Anyway, let's get rid of you. Smooth out this. And these are like little back roads down here. So we can... I know it's going to join these up, but... yeah, we can encourage it not to. I keep deleting them. Not so much encouragement as brute force. Not sure why you're deleting that, but it doesn't matter. There we go. Does that look okay there? Yep, yep. There's a bit of a... No, that's fine. Alright. So far, so good. I don't know why I'm smoothing this out. They're just going to be building and knocking stuff down anyway. Leave it alone. So, we have our station to aim for. This eventually does what we saw. So we want to concentrate on this line being the main line. 91's good, since 90 is our speed limit down here. Now, we do want to actually go up here, I think. Alright, you may have noticed some track appeared from middle of nowhere. I had a little mishap with queuing up the game screen, so edited that out, and it was to show you something that we didn't even need the other side of Wellingborough, thinking it was this side of Kettering. Anyway, it was a little mini viaduct that we are going to put in eventually, but not until we get south of Wellingborough. Now, we're doing this because this is where we cross over into 3 tracks, and I already laid this bit, so you didn't have to see that. We kept this, I can show you. I kept this to, where's the speed? I like this new tool. See, we kept this at 70 mile an hour. About the right speed for a transition onto the main line. What would be the main line? And then we need this one to be of similar speed, if possible. Oh, we're just not long enough. Let's try that a bit further. Stay straight for now. I think we'll get it if we do that. Let's just look that way, shall we? Need to leave a little gap here. Can we get 70 mile an hour without it being too long? That's 70. That's perfect. And then can we do the same here? Little gap. Yeah, we're going to be able to do that. That's a long old junction, but that's how they run. Keep going straight. Alright, can we get our 70 in now? Need it to be spot on 70. Oh, oh, come on. Oh, it was there. Maybe if we go closer in and get more precision. Words. There we go, perfect. And there's our crossover. And just to remind us of how all this works, that is going there as one way. And this will have one here going one way. And then this, oh, what did we decide on? Hang on a second. Oh, we're going to need to put a bus here, the 15, which is Midland Stagecoach. So remind me to do that in a second, otherwise there's going to be no passengers at all. Because we have no capture area for this, which will be a bit silly. Alright, what did we decided on this, didn't we? This will be up, that'll be down. And then, which would make this continue that way, and that would cross over there if need be. Which means this, it's got to be up, down, down. Am I correct in that? Which would be this outside track would, yes, yes. Yes. That's one way. And then if we put a clearing signal here and have it one way, then we know what we're doing with this outside track, just for now. We'll probably need to... No, because they're short trains that run down here. All right. Now we need to make sure we start moving down to... Just gently. How's the lay of the land? Okay. We can manage that. Do we need to come down at all, in fact? Yeah, we do. Otherwise, that's going to be way too high. We do want some gradient in the track. They're not perfectly flat everywhere. And I think this could now join up here. Right, no further down. Let's go straight, in fact, after that. And then we continue round and straight. Can we do this? I hope so. Don't like what's going on there. Stay stuck. There we go. Got it. And let's see how this connects. I think that's good. I think that's practically straight. But we want to then come off here. Can't remember if there are any junctions after here, but let's give ourselves some room and follow this line and have it actually straight. Like so. We don't want that to... like that. We actually want to connect to there. So let's do that instead. That should give us... yeah, there we go. Oh, where are you going? Let's turn this off now. Will we do this? That should just be like that. And then this should gradually come out. And we'll just connect that there. Superb. We are connected. Now, since we are connected, I say we quickly extend our little line we have going there. We're not going to get the freight station in this episode, but that does give us something to look forward to in the next episode. We're not done with this yet, though. There's a little bit longer left. Or a lot longer left. Like I said, you're going to have to excuse me for the few edits I put in where I... other than me making silly mistakes, but for the ones where I save, because obviously we're running the beta patch, and I don't want to lose any progress if possible. So we're just going to be trying to be extra cautious. But let's face it, the performance of the patch is lovely, and that's kind of important for your viewing pleasure. I'm sure me smoothing for 15 minutes is not your viewing pleasure, so let's stop that. Alright, so we have that layout there. Now we need to figure out what we're going to do this end. This will be the line we're using mostly. I don't think they do turn around here, but we are gonna, because we'll need to go across. It doesn't need to be fast. We're going to put a temporary line to cross them over where they would go, like that, and have a two-way signal right here. Just for now. Come on. There we go. That, however, will be one way. And coming in here will obviously be one way too, and probably where the signal will stay, even if this junction is removed. But I would like to put this in. We need more blocks than that coming up. Let's get one in here and here and also there. And these are all one way. I'd like the option to default to one way if possible. I say an option. Some people don't like their signals one way by default. Some people never use one-way signals for whatever reason that would be. I highly recommend using one way. It saves a lot of headache later on, providing you've got them right. As I leave that one two-way. All right, and then just here will be the last block for this section. There, there, there. I think we're good. Let's extend our... it's always that one. Just leave it, leave it. Come on. Click on the buttons. Okay, we're missing something coming into the station, aren't we? Yes, yes. Which would be around about here. An entry signal into the station. Here's our lovely trains. Luckily. And click on you. So, after Corby, we're actually going to ruin their day because, is this right? It would be Kettering to Corby would be the local route, then Kettering to Corby to, now then Kettering to Corby to Oakham. So actually want that Kettering to Corby, Oakham, Melton Mowbray to Oakham to Corby. I actually want to go after there, don't we? To here if possible. And we want to use the outside platform like so. And after Corby would, no, that would be Kettering. Like so. See, now it's not going to use this two-way section if possible. So Kettering, Wellingborough, back to Kettering, and then continue on. Is that right? We don't want it to cross over anymore. Do we? What's going on here? What are we doing wrong? Kettering platform 2. Kettering platform 1 when it's coming back. Kettering platform 1 again. Okay, we've messed this up a little bit somewhere. It's doing the Kettering to Kettering, Corby, Kettering. That's right. And then back to Corby. That kind of represents that. Then to Oakham, Mowbray, to Oakham. Back to Corby, back to Kettering on 1. Then to Wellingborough. Why are you doing this bit? Is that the one? It's this one. Kettering. Oh, this needs to be 2 as well. Okay. That should get rid of that. Brilliant. That makes more sense. And then this is straight through. This would be to St. Pancras. Okay, so what I want to do after this is replicate the Corby run. I told you this is going to be a nightmare. I want to replicate the Corby run as well. We're going to go back there. And then back there. Because I want this double. Yeah, I know, game. Like that. And then we should be good. Now we have to make sure these are... I told you this will be a mess, but... right. This has to be platform 1. Yep, yeah, I know. These all have to be platform 3 for now, I believe. Yes, platform 3. So this first time, so Corby Kettering, platform 1. And then the second Kettering is platform 2. Yeah, I know, it is crazy. I think that's it, though. And we need to sort out where we're going here. So after Kettering and heading to Wellingborough, you've got to use that line both times. After Kettering, heading to Wellingborough. Perfect. And then going back, you go that way for now, because normally you would be just coming through this way. And the ones going to Nottingham would be stopping here, you see. But they obviously don't go up to Corby. All right. I think we got that. We're going to have to put another train on there, though, I believe. I know it's a bit crazy. Don't do this if you're trying to make money. Maybe. I don't know. It's an experiment. But we're kind of trying to replicate infrequent services. And I'm doubling up on this one to make sure it only does these a couple of times in comparison to these. And this short run from Kettering to Corby and then Kettering to what would be Melton Mowbray / Derby only happens once each. Let's put another train on, because there's nowhere near enough trains. There we go. Buy another one of those. And we want 1, 2, and a brake car. Join your brothers on the crazy experimental line. On an experimental map. On an experimental beta patch. Yes, that's what we're going with. While I'm trying to record footage, we'll just use experimental everything and lots of mods. Because we live dangerously. There, I'm happy. Not happy, actually. We need a bridge here. But let's put that in. It's not going to be doing much right now. Hopefully Kettering will come down this far. But this needs to be a bridge. Right here. It's going to need to go up much steeper than that. There we go. There is a bridge literally right before this. Oop. It still doesn't like that, does it? It needs to go up even more. So we're going to it's not much of a run up anyway, is it? So if we come this way, start heading up slightly, we'll probably get where we need to be by the time we get there. At a gentle slope, and then we can terraform as required. So the town builds up at a nice level. Is that going to be enough? We are going to find out. Really? I feel like this is far more finicky. We're going to make a junction up here then. Over the top is how we're going to justify this. Not sure why. Okay. We'll go up a little bit more then. Just a touch. Keep going. And then we'll go straight from there then. Oh, good. All right. I would like to get the other leg down. There we go. Got it. And eventually we're going to make this, we're going to stay straight, you see, and go across this as well and make another a road entry point or a junction to the main road. So we'll connect that up. Let's move this out a bit. Trains are running along happily. We really need a bus service quickly. Oh. Keep forgetting about that setting. Please remember those settings. Right, we're not going to care too much just yet. We need a bus service in here, the number 15. There we go. Who stops there? And you'll stop up there. Which has nothing there at the moment, but it will do. You'll stop there. And I think you're going to go around the back. There. I'd like you to make a circle round. And here in town centre kind of thing. That's what that is. And then got another one here. That looks good enough. Let's make that, shall we? That's the number 15. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And when we're 5, 6, 7 stops. I'm going to say white for just put this in first. 15 for East Midland Stagecoach. We're going to go white. They're mainly white, or some of them are. I think that's a good colour for it. They all lock automatically now, which I love. I was never a fan of that. Keep locking them. I love that they auto-lock, then you change them yourself. So now, this should capture... Just make sure, shall we? Yep. See, we're now going there. Perfect. And then these pretty much capture the entire town of Kettering up there. All we need now is a bus service. We don't have any road depots anywhere close to here because Corby doesn't have a bus service either. Something we can put in soon. Where should we have our depot? Should we put it out this way just for now? We can possibly make it more permanent at a later date. I still only have the basic depots. I'm not really detailing those just yet. So in you go. You're going to supply some buses, please. To get the inhabitants of Kettering moving and connected to the rest of our network. So, do we put the Mercedes in? Why not, right? I mean, we don't really have any UK buses anyway, so why not have some Mercedes? I do like them. It'll be white and red. All it's missing is blue, and then it would be Stagecoach, except the blue would be at the bottom. Red would be up there. More than one. 1, 2, 4, 5. Oh, pause. I don't believe it. The age of diesel is here after we just put these steam trains on. Oh, that's something for the next episode. Oh, I'm excited. I've just got to have a little nerd moment. Woohoo! I'm sorry, Mercedes bus, but you've been upstaged by some diesel trains, and they're the ones that are going to go on here. Oh, I can't wait to do the next episode. Okay, well, we're going to finish this episode on a tantalizing note. Diesel is coming. In fact, I'm going to keep it paused. No, let's not keep it paused. It's not like we're going to rush through to the year 2000. Oh, I so want to put you in. It's another Killicans train as well. But you're going to have to wait. These guys have only just started. I'd like to get these buses out. Here they come. They could pass as UK buses back in the day, especially in the 50s. As the train whistles off in the background. Well, there we go. We have connected. We haven't done anything pretty with it, but Wellingborough is connected. And we service this guy. Connecting all this is great. Possibly do some scenery work. Just tidy it up a little bit, which would mean another time lapse before the Class 101s start making an entrance. Yeah, before the Class 101s start making an entrance on our map, which will be on the next episode. I'm really excited. The other trains might not be far behind either then. We're going to mix and match diesel and steam to start with because that's how it began. So don't worry, we're not dumping all the steam trains and replacing them with 101s because that'll be silly. It's not an express train, it's a commuter train, but we do have some commuter routes that we could utilise that. I think they're colourable as well. If I might be wrong, but I swear they're colourable. So maybe we can get some branding in with them, and we'll run some traditional coloured ones too, with the BR colours. So where shall we end this episode? Here we go, we'll sit here. Okay, I can hear a train. So on that note, and until next time, take care.